So what keeps me motivated? Um, so the reason behind this video is so about say a week ago. So I know I'm a part-time server and stuff like that, and there was this Bible study group, super cool people. And one thing about being a server is you develop a relationship with the customer, right? And especially they like you. They want to talk to you. It can get a little annoying sometimes, but anyway, it's like they kind of want to see what you're about. And so we got to talking, and when they found out that everything I was doing, how me working, having a full time job, working for the government 40 hours a week, how me also working an extra 15 to 20 ish hours on a weekend as a part time server, me building the foundation for my acting career, and now with y'all. So basically, they were just saying what like how like first they said when do you sleep, and I said I sleep at the end, which means obviously when I go to bed, like so but they came and asked like when do you rest, and one thing that it was a group of four ladies. One thing that they asked me that I couldn't really answer at the time is what keeps you motivated. And if you know me, I kind of like, I kind of flirted around a little bit. I just want to do the best I can. I want to get and stuff like that. But that question really, uh, it really stayed in my mind. And this, by the way, this is one of these videos where like I'm not gonna do no fancy edits, no music in the background, no, just cinematography and all that. This is just with me just talking straight and just being open with no script and no preparation involved. And I really thought about that because I think it's very important for creators and for people in general to really be open with what their intentions are and what keeps them moving. And what I really came up with is just that I'm not going to be here forever. You watching this, you're not going to be here forever. And knowing that I got to do everything I possibly can while I'm here to make this life that I've been gifted as fulfilling as I possibly can. It sounds cliche. It sounds cliche because if you, well, obviously, you watch YouTube, but if you listen to people talk, they always say, find your purpose, pursue your purpose, blase, blase. And I don't want to be another one of those guys. I really don't. I don't want to be the status quo. I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be my own person. But that is so true. That is so true. And the thing that makes it more prevalent, that makes it more important, is the fact that our time here is limited. We aren't God. We're not infinite. So we just have this specific amount of just time and space that we're here. And the crazy thing is we don't know when it's going to end. So, one thing too is, and this goes to believers, this even goes to non-believers, whatever you believe in, but it's one thing everyone can fully agree and fully believe in is today, is the present, is that it's going to end. And so what can you do within the time that you're given to make it as fulfilling as possible and to really give back and to go for things that are going for endeavors that really make you feel fulfilled? So that's a long-winded answer, but I wish that question caught me off guard, and I was still in server mode, and I really wish I could have gave those lovely ladies that answer to. And even for me for this week, man, I've been to give y'all an example of what's going on with me, it's like one of the frustrating things that I struggle with, and if you can relate, let me know in the comments, but is helplessness. Like that really gets me. I've had opportunities with theaters here where I did everything by the book, even agents, right? I had two opportunities to give you an example that didn't work out for me. One was a huge theater here in Atlanta. I'm not going to say the name. I'm never going to say the name because who knows who might be watching this. Anyway, but it was one of those things where it's like auditions for them. I did everything you possibly could do. I got called back. I got great feedback. I got references. They reached out to them, whatever, and it just didn't go for me. It just didn't go for me. The other example too is finding an agent, which is going to happen. But and again, I'm not saying no agency names or whatever like that, but they're big agents, like huge. So if you're in the Atlanta market, you know what I'm talking about because they're big agencies. There's multiples. But this particular one, everything. You can look at my Actors Access, IMDb, theater, reels, personal websites, classes, still taking classes. That's never going to stop. Even getting a referral, which for y'all who don't know, who aren't in the entertainment industry or aren't in the acting industry, a referral is basically an agency referral is basically someone who is in that said agency that you're trying to get into that can vouch for you. And it's given to those agents saying, hey, I know this guy or this man, they do amazing work, and I'm putting my name out for them. By the way, I'm sorry if you can hear that noise. That's someone out there cleaning in my apartment hallway. So if you can hear that, I'm sorry. All right, so back to the story. And I had all that. Didn't work out. Didn't even stay to see my physical copies of what I had to give them as far as like resume, referral letters, and stuff like that. And the reason why I'm saying all that is, something that I've always, people say, lack of better words, they weren't with me shooting in the gym. They weren't with me when I was grinding. But the cool thing about YouTube and about technology is that you guys can see this. Like, I don't want to be one of those guys that are one of those creators that you think that when I blow up to 1 million subscribers, which is going to happen. You feel me? It's going to happen. But you be like, oh, he just had everything figured out. He just did this and this and this and that. No, you guys need to see the frustration. You guys need to see the failures, the lessons that go along with it, because I believe that makes it more relatable. It's called commonality of pain. And like I said, and what keeps me going, you know what's something that I like to do? And I'm looking at my cross wooden post right now in my apartment. If for any believers that are watching this probably ain't the most Christian thing to say, but it's just honestly how I feel. Is I put the onus on God. So meaning what I mean by that is like, okay, you give me what I need to do. You give me what I need to do to serve you. I'm going to make sure that I do everything that I possibly can so that everything on my end of things is done with 100% effort. So on your end, you're always going to do what you're going to do, and you're always going to do it right. And for me, I'm just going to do the best I can. So I'm putting the onus back on him. That's how I approach things. Now, just because I do everything 100% on my own does not mean that it's going to be right, because it hardly ever is. But you feel what I'm saying? And so for me, and giving my advice to someone else, is just to find out the reason why. Find out the reason why. Find out what keeps you moving. And find a dream behind it. You know, one thing I like to do is I love to visualize. Okay, my mom used to always tell me this when I was a kid. Like, I visualized the perfect roles, the perfect videos, the perfect house, perfect relationships, the perfect life, and knowing that 10 years from now, that 10-year Ramses is counting on this present day Ramses today to make that future a reality. So, well, that's the answer. That's the answer is my motivation is today. My motivation is the gift called the present because it is a gift. That's why it's called the present. And hopefully, whoever watching this can really move and help you and to find out your reason why, your reason why you're grinding so hard, your reason why you're just keeping going, just going. Because in the end of the day, that's all you can do. So hope this video helped you out some. I don't know why this person is literally vacuuming right outside my door. I'm about to go see what's up to him, respectfully. But hope you got allow this video. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and always remember, I love and I appreciate each one of you. I'm going to see y'all the next one. I got a lot of great things coming, and I can't wait for y'all to see it. Peace.